What's going on, guys? Love Smash, back with an all-new video today, and in today's topic we're going to be talking about the summer release date, as well as possible hints and screenshots in the video and the direct that could possibly lead to some returning veterans. And before I start, I just want to say two things. The first one, like always, all my videos are only speculation and the sharing of ideas and opinions. Nothing is official in any way. And number two, for those of you who were looking forward to my third-party character video that I said I was going to post this week, I promise, again, that will be up next week. But with the whole direct and everyone talking about Smash Bros. Being all that, we had to jump into this first. So, let's start and we'll talk about everything that's been going on lately. If you haven't checked out the direct, please check it out. It was great. If not, you can click on my channel. I have a roundup of all the highlights, so check that out if you haven't seen it. But I'm sure most of you guys have. And all the big news out of direct, other than all the reveals and everything, we did find out something very important, and that is we have gotten the release dates. And that will be summer for the 3DS version, while in winter we will get the Wii U version. Now, of course, everyone knows release dates are subjected to change. Everyone knows that. But I do feel that everything in with the 3DS, the fact that Sakurai put out an entire 40-minute direct and stated that these will be the release dates, and the fact that everyone knows the hardware limitations on the 3DS with the whole graphics and everything, it seems a lot easier than the Wii U version, which is probably going to have so much more stuff on it because you can fit so much more on a disc than a little cartridge with the 3DS. And looking at the direct, they did seem like they have pretty much almost everything done that they can pretty much do with the 3DS version. Maybe just add more characters and stuff and test it and everything. But if that all stays true, that means we can see this game in June, July, or August, which is only 2 to 4 months away. And that's pretty impressive, and that's amazing that can possibly happen if that's true. And the big thing about this is Sakurai has stated multiple times that the same number of characters and the same characters will appear in both versions. And that means within 2 to 4 months, we can know every character that's going to be in the game, and that's pretty exciting. And that's great news, and it'll probably, I don't know if that is officially going to happen, like I said, with the whole changing of release dates, but it's good to speculate, and let's get everyone caught up to speed with the characters that have been confirmed. Here we go: Mario, Luigi, Peach, Bowser, and Rosalina, Donkey Kong and Diddy, then we got Link, Toon Link, Zelda, and Sheik is actually returning as her separate character. No more transformations. Samus and Zero Suit Samus, same thing, no more transformations. Zero Suit Samus is on her own. Yoshi finally revealed, Kirby and Dedede, then we got Fox. Moving on to the Pokemon universe, we have Pikachu, Charizard as a standalone character, Lucario, and our newest newcomer in Greninja. Then we got Marth. Then we got Pit. Moving on to Olimar, who's got a couple new moves and different things with his moveset. Sonic. Then we got Villager. And finally Mega Man. And the Wii Fit trainer with the male skin finally confirmed as her skin. And last but not least, Little Mac, for a grand total of 29 characters. And this is really exciting that we have so much to go by in such a short time. But the problem is with the whole time constraints and the whole hardware limitations of the 3DS, Sakurai has stated many times that not all the characters might not make the jump from the next game. And that's what we're here to talk about today, because there have been a couple hints dropped in the screenshots. There were a bunch of screenshots released after the direct, and in the video, there are a few hints as well. So we're going to talk about some of the characters that are veterans that we could possibly see returning, because a few of them do have hints. But we'll start off first talking about the characters from the 64 version, and there are 3 that have not been revealed yet. So we have Captain Falcon leading off. Captain Falcon, I mean, there's no question that even without a hint, he'd still be likely to return, being a fan favorite, one of the original 12. And if you need more proof, Samurai Goro was confirmed as an assist trophy, as you see in this screenshot. So it is likely he would return as well. Captain Falcon, I mean. And then we move on to Ness, another of the original 12, and a lot of people do like Lucas, but I'll get to Lucas in a second. But Ness, there will definitely be a Mother rep, because Mr. Saturn is returning as an item, along with the Franklin badge as an item, so it is likely Ness would return, being a 3-time veteran. And finally, the last character, Jigglypuff. A lot of people do like Jigglypuff, a lot of people don't, and a lot of people have been saying she is not going to be included with the whole Greninja reveal. And I know a lot of people are still holding out for Mewtwo as a possible newcomer, but that does seem, I mean, not a newcomer, as a returning fighter, but that does seem a little unlikely now, because Jigglypuff is a 3-time veteran, and there would be 5 Pokemon reps, so I can't imagine Pokemon having more than that. But you never know, we'll have to wait and see with Mewtwo, but I'm not going to rule him out completely, but I am saying it seems a little unlikely at this point. Now, Moving on to the GameCube version in Melee, we have 4 characters that have not been revealed yet, and we'll start off with the first one, being the Ice Climbers, who were a topic of conversation in the beginning of when the game was revealed, because Sakurai was saying he was having a hard time making them fight in the 3DS version because they fight at the same time. But with Rosalina and Luma, it seems like he's corrected the problem, and here is the polar bear in the Smash Run that we seen in the Direct, one of the screenshots. So it does seem likely they would return. They do represent the 8-bit era of Nintendo, and they are 2-time veterans. Same thing with Falco. Falco is a 2-time veteran, and there really has been no evidence with Star Fox characters other than like Andros as an assist trophy and stuff. But it does seem likely he would return. He is a fan favorite. They would just have to switch his moveset up, and we know they are switching movesets, so it'd be great to see him with something different to make him different than Fox. And next we move on to Mr. Game & Watch, who represents Nintendo at its oldest point, and he is a 2-time veteran, and they have not forgotten about Mr. Game & Watch. They have the game attraction in Nintendo Land, the Game & Wario game that came out, and a 2-time veteran, again, does seem likely he would return as well. And now moving on to the last character from Melee that has not been revealed yet is Ganondorf, another character, a 2-time veteran, and could definitely use a overhaul on the whole moveset change to make him different from Captain Falcon. And he is the main Zelda villain, of course, and there are 2 Zelda games coming out, Hyrule Warriors and Zelda on the Wii U. So maybe one of those games are announced or given a release date or something, then we could see Ganondorf returning. But it comes down to if he's going to be featured in those games, which does seem likely. He is the main Zelda villain for how many years now. And finally move on to the Brawl characters, and this is where it can get a little bit hairy with cuts and everything, but I just want to state that nothing is official, like I said, and it's just opinion and going on everything. But we'll start off with Meta Knight. Meta Knight is very likely to return, being from the Kirby series, which is Sakurai's game. Of course, they'd have to switch his moveset up, because that's the complaint people have with him, that he's too overpowering. And the Halberd Sage was recently revealed to be returning, so it does seem likely that Meta Knight would return along with it. And the last character from Brawl that is likely to return would be Wario, very popular, of course, with all the Wario games, being in the Mario games, and being popular in Brawl. And Ashley is confirmed as an assist trophy, so it does seem likely that Wario would be making his return as well. Now moving on to the characters that could possibly be cut, and I did have a cut video out if you want to see my reasonings. I'm not going to give my reasonings now, I'm just going to kind of like breeze through them. But there are 6 characters on this list that could possibly be cut, and of course anything is possible. They could always return, like we know that Lucario and Toon Link returned and nobody really expected them. But if the release date is going to prove to be true within 2 to 4 months, and the hardware limitations of how many characters they could fit in on the 3DS, you have to figure there might be some cuts coming along. And the Pokemon Trainer does seem the most likely, being that Charizard is a standalone character now. It does seem Ivysaur and Squirtle wouldn't return. And Snake is another one a lot of people do want to see return, and a lot of people don't want to see him return. And I said I have no problems with Snake. I did see it was unlikely he would return, and his creator Kojima has also said his return seems unlikely. But here's some food for thought. I want to throw this in the video instead of making a separate video. The guy who actually voiced Raiden in Metal Gear Solid said he did work on Smash Bros. And I thought of 5 possible things that this could be. 1, Raiden is coming as an unplayable character, but that seems very unlikely. A lot of people think, because this whole thing is true, Snake would be returning, so maybe it's possible Raiden could be an assist trophy, and they've had to record some audio. It could be that there's like a cutscene in like a trailer for Snake's return, and Raiden is in it. It could be number 4, that the whole thing was a mix-up between PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale and Smash Bros. Or number 5, it came in the early beginning of April, so it could just be one big April Fool's prank. Of course, we don't know, but let me know what you guys think in the comments about that whole thing, about Snake's return or Raiden's playability or whatever. But like I said, everything is going to, if the release date does stay true, it's all going to come down to time and hardware limitations, because let's say the cuts stand true, and I've always said there were going to be a total of 10 newcomers, and we already have 6. So that's 4 more, but that might even be pushing it now if the release date, they're pumping it out in 2 to 4 months. And Sakurai does like to reveal characters with a direct, so how many directs are there going to be within those few months? Because the latest it would be is August with the summer. But we can only speculate, of course, but if everything rings true, that's still about 12 characters, veterans that need to return, along with about 2 to 4 newcomers. So that is a lot to pack in within a few months. It is possible. I'm not ruling that out completely. I'm just stating that Sakurai has already said these things, that time and all the hardware limitations are going to factor into this. But anyway, guys, that is my video for today. Like always, it would be greatly appreciated if you guys liked and commented and subscribed to the channel. Please check out all my other videos on my channel. There are about 20. And please, like always, share your thoughts and comments and suggest a topic that I could do a video about in the future. And maybe I'll even do a the 4 newcomers that are possible video in the future, maybe in like a week or two. But I'll be back next week with my third-party character discussion video finally, so please be on the lookout for that, and thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys next week.